Why in the frickety frick are you allowing this dude to profile the suspect?
911 location of your emergency.
Breaking news out of North Idaho. Moscow police are investigating a homicide on King Road.
Is she breathing?
No.
So 5'10", all black. Could you see what color his eyebrows were or anything like that?
No, I don't remember what his eyes look like either.
Officers discovered the bodies of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Maddie Mogen, and Kaylee Goncalves, but no weapon has been located at this time.
Arrested. That's 28-year-old Bryan Kohberger in custody today.
Kohberger allegedly stalked one of the victims. That's false.
We do not have evidence that the defendant had direct contact with 1122 or with residents of 1122, but we can put his phone in that area. There are many residences in that area. It's a dense population of mostly college-related occupants.
Everything is alleged.
I know you've likely thought about this. But it's a question I like to ask because it has so much potential to answer. But what does this killer look like to you?
You asked me this the other day too, and I gave you the most average answer.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. It's an average male. That's what I can picture. Average height. Average, he's not overweight. I don't know. When I picture him, he's not overweight. He's like slender-ish, average height. Yeah.
What's his background?
Why in the frickety frick are you allowing this dude to profile the suspect and say dumb shit? What a weird question to ask this person. Average height, skinny, normal. What the frick? What the frick? No one else was asked that weird ass question. What the frick?
You've likely thought about this.
Weird.
But it's a question I like to ask because it has so much potential to answer. But what does this killer look like to you?
You asked me this the other day too.
Did he? I don't know.
Gave you the most average answer.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. It's an average male. That's what I can picture. Average height, average, he's not overweight. I don't know. When I picture him, he's not overweight. He's like slender-ish, average height. Yeah.
What's his background?
What do you mean? I see him coming from a family that was broken.
Okay.
Didn't have good parents. The parents weren't around a whole lot. I think he, like, drug dealer type person. I don't know.
Drug dealer type person?
When I picture him, he's not overweight. He's like slender-ish, average height.
That he does.
Yeah.
What's his background?
What do you mean? I see him coming from a family that was broken.
Okay.
Didn't have good parents. The parents weren't around a whole lot. I think he, like, drug dealer type person. I don't know.
Very specific.
I don't know why.
Someone outside of societal norms.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. And what?
That's why I just said, I was like, did he? We didn't hear it. So it tells you that they're having conversations that they're not considering interviews, and they're not recording, and they're not writing reports for. That's what that tells you. Because we only have the one report of him talking to Detective Lake. So yeah, that means there's definitely several different conversations, no recordings, no reports. Not shocking, but there's your proof.
What a person. To take someone's life, that's big.
And especially a stabbing, that's so personal. to
Never.
actually, yeah.
Why? Why would someone do that?
Like I'm on, like, look, and maybe I'm wrong, but I'm almost wondering if he's asking him these questions because he's suspicious of him. And he's trying to see if the person that he profiles as the killer matches his actual profile. Because that's possible. He sounds ridiculous, but maybe that's what's happening here.
Didn't really, the parents weren't around a whole lot. Kind of, I think he, like, drug dealer type person. I don't know why. That has no.
Someone outside of societal norms.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Hell, I'm suspicious of him. Yeah, it's crazy.
And why would a person, to take someone's life, that's big.
And especially a stabbing, that's so personal to actually, yeah.
Why? Why would someone do that?
They're sick. They're not normal. They're not what we would consider human.
Damn, he sounds just like Bill Thompson's little profiler, doesn't he? Don't bother asking the guy that we catch for this why he did it or where he put the weapon or how or anything else, because their mind is just going to be so not like a normal human, and we're just not going to understand it, and you're not going to be able to trust anything that they say to you. Don't bother asking. Shit sounds so familiar.
I don't know.
You know, I also come from.
You come from what? You come from what? You know, I also come from what? Greek life? The state that home dude's in? Where you come from, Joe?
They're sick. They're not normal. They're not what we would consider human. I don't know.
You know, I also come from
royalty. I mean, what does it say?
It's kind of interesting, like when you're branding and whatnot. You know, I don't think anything of it. You know, the cow feels very little pain.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's talking about like agricultural here, because he's talking about branding a cow. Okay.
You know, I also come from. It's kind of interesting, like when you're
maybe
branding and whatnot. You know,
rural something.
I don't think anything of it.
He's
You
talking
know,
about
the cow feels very little pain.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah, it's going to sting.
Farming,
It's going to burn a
ranching.
little bit, right? But it's necessary.
Yeah.
Other people look at it and they may think, how cruel.
Yeah.
But we can rationalize it because of the need, right? That there's actually a legal need to brand your cattle, right, and tag them out.
Yeah.
So there's a perspective there, but I think nearly every person also recognizes death is not a judgment call for one to make on their own accord, right?
Right.
So how is it this person can kill 4 people?
He doesn't have a religion. He doesn't believe in God. He's probably atheist. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only.
Y'all already, if you've been here for a while, know how I am with religion, so nothing I'm going to say is going to shock you. But to sit there and say that this person doesn't have a religion and they're probably atheist, considering that more people have killed people in the name of their God than in the name of not believing in God, is crazy. And that's throughout the entire, like, human history, not just like modern times. So that was just a wild ass statement he made right there.
Accord, right?
Right.
So how is it this person can kill 4 people?
He doesn't have a religion.
See, I knew it was
Doesn't believe in God.
California.
He's probably atheist.
I knew it was Cali.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is also interesting because that's where Steve and them apparently moved to Idaho from, is California. At least that's what he has like alluded to in some of his interviews. But his family, like the majority of his family, like his dad before he died and his mom and all of them, and like where a lot of his stuff with his crazy ass brother is filed is in like Washington, which is right there. I know Olivia's in California, but I don't know like when Steve could have possibly moved to Idaho from California when the majority of his family is in Stevenson, Washington.
That's the only reason that I can think of, because based off what you said, like, it's not your spot to be able to do that. It's God's spot, and they obviously wouldn't believe in God if they did that.
That's crazy.
That's insightful.
But okay.
No, doesn't have faith. Yeah.
Okay.
In my family, we're
Yeah, more redactions. See, they gotta be talking about like his family history. In my family, we blop. So crazy.
That's a good guy. Good guy. This person, how old do you think they are? This suspect.
I don't know why this is coming to my brain right now, but 23, 24, 25. I don't know why. I don't know.
Well, let's
Are they
break it
like?
down.
I kind of actually,
They're like asking this guy to be a psychic. Like, what's he look like? What's his family background? How old is he? What's his date of birth? What's his sign? This is crazy. This is crazy. Wild as hell. I never heard shit like this before in my life.
That's a good guy. Good guy. This person, how old do you think they are? This suspect.
This is crazy.
I don't know why this is coming to my brain right now, but 23,
It's a weird ass
24,
question, bro.
25. I don't
Way
know
out
why.
of there.
I don't know.
Well, let's break that down.
I kind of actually have a theory.
If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on the way out, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already, and please don't forget to make sure that the notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.